Hello, 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 hello. Happy Sunday. How are we doing today? This will be our first ever Discord meme review. It's not actually going to be a review so much as we're just going to go through the memes, take a look at them. Let's see what I missed. What did I miss? Hope everyone's had a good, relaxing Sunday. I did have to go grocery shopping and had a workout earlier, so I was expecting to do this a little bit earlier, but then I got caught up in some all the Elden Ring rando speedrunners are doing a USA versus French relay race today, so I was got caught up watching one of the POVs. All right, let's see. Glow got first and kindled the flame. Ooh, Glow beat you on it, not by too far, but just enough. Welcome in. Thank you for kindling your flames. Welcome in, Ninja. Hope everyone's had a good day. Everyone's had a good day. Go get your food, Glow. Enjoy your lurk. I cast food acquired. I wish it were that simple. I wish we could just cast food acquired. Wouldn't that just be great? Wouldn't that just be fantastic? Yeah, it does show. It shows it as a purple heart on my end too, Ninja. I don't know why. Sometimes, depending on your browser, it won't show on your end, but when it comes through, at least on a Chromium-based browser, it should come through as a purple heart. Oh, who won? They're still going right now. So it's a randomizer race, and in order to get into capital, they have to have 4 great runes. And so I was watching the second and third seeds out of 6. So the third one was going. France is ahead by almost 30 minutes. They started their 4th seed, and the USA runner, which was Star Zero Chris, was doing this current one. He did 7 checks in a row on, so they were like neck and neck. They were within a couple minutes, and France ran down a really long, super unoptimal check. That was a singular check that took like 10 minutes to go get, and it got them their 4th great rune. USA guy did 7 like good optimal checks, and none of them had a great rune. So then he still had to go run down that long 10-minute one France did. So I hopped out whenever France finished their 3rd seed, so I didn't see the 4th seed, and USA was 22 minutes behind, based on like when France got their 4th great rune to when USA got their 4th great rune, it had been 22 extra minutes. So they entered the seed about 6 minutes behind USA did, and they made up all that time. At one point, USA was even ahead because they had 3 great runes when France only had 2. But then that single really long play check that France did versus USA having to constantly do other checks, it spiraled. There's still 3 more seeds though. They have 4, 5, and 6 to do, so there's still a chance. USA's best players is the last player, so I don't know how France scheduled their players. But on average, 9 out of 10 rando races, the last player in the seed for US wins. So hopefully they can, all it would take is for what happened to USA in this round, where they had to do 7 checks compared to France's 1 check, to happen to France, and USA could catch up. So one new message. Why are we still putting in new memes? What are we doing? What are we doing? Memes. I'm not going to read that last one. We're not going to do that last one. So let's start. Most of these should be spoilered. Some in the middle probably aren't, because we decided to do a meme review midway through the month. But in general, it'll be the last Sunday of the month. We'll do a meme review. So this just happens to actually fall pretty much at the end of the month. But next month will be, let's see what the calendar says. So next month's will be on the 28th of December will be next month's, and then January's will be the 25th. So that'll be the goal. These are probably mostly deer memes. Probably. If it's NSF Devil, we'll move on from it and we'll apologize to Twitch. Hey guys, queer, that's not what I'm called. I'm queer deer. Okay. I don't know about all that. Deer do be strange, which is technically, right? That's what queer means. Technically is strange. Deer do be strange. Deer when they hear a twig snap within a 3-mile radius. Deer when 25,000. Dude, that's so true. Did I ever tell you guys about that story about when I almost hit a deer? And it looked like me. I was fucking stupid. It thought I was the stupidest person in existence. You don't know how to make them spoiler? Are you even in the Discord, Ninja? Exclamation point Discord if you're not in. You can go into monthly memes and submit them there. And I'm pretty sure you just type /spoiler and then space and put in your thing. Oh, that feels so true though. Deer will just look at you like you're the dumbest person on earth whenever they're about to hit you or get hit by you. I don't know what's up with Norway, but I feel like this belonged here. Go to Norway, they said. Oh my god, he has holy augmentation, chat. I need to move this down for you guys, I think. Something like that. Yeah, he has holy augmentation. Look at that. Look at that. That's like straight out of Elden Ring. I just got new messages. Oh, okay. Yeah. So that one, the one when I get down to it where it says new, that'll go on to next month's. I didn't post it, but the cutoff was 2 o'clock. So any that came after 2 o'clock today, my time will be done next month. We love magic. I know. Look at that. Like he's wholly imbued. Skip all this talking. Sitting around with my husband and the kids and silently raise. Everyone here has been in my vision. Oh god. Oh god. Oh. I'm so glad I'm not a woman. I'm so glad I'm not a female sometimes. Because that's not really NSFW. It's just concerning. Why are some of these spoiler darker than others? Does it have to do with the background images shading? I don't know how that works. These are all going to be deer, aren't they? These are all going to be deer. We don't have another joke. All going to be deer. Oh my gosh. I thought it was you eat anything but the hay. That was what I assumed because the hay's all that's left. That's a girl drink. Okay, Brock, enjoy your 5% flavored soda while I'm drinking a fruit smoothie. You know, this is me actually. First me to have me fucked up beyond recognition 15 minutes. It's called deficiency. So when I first turned 21, so a little backstory, in the Midwest, people don't care if you drink underage much, which is where I grew up. It's pretty common to drink, but everyone always gets like PBR or Bud Light, like cheap beers, or they get McCormick brand specifically, like vodkas, rum, stuff like that. So I had already had all that stuff. I'd always had that kind of stuff. And so when I hit 21, my very first drink was a strawberry daiquiri. I was like, give me the girliest drink you have. Fuck me up. It was so good. It was so good. And now every time we go out to get food, me and my partner, they'll have like bourbon and whiskey and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, give me the bitch drink. Give me the thing that's the pinkest on the menu. Please. I want it. Give it to me now. Like when we go to Melting Pot, I get this thing called the Princess, which is like a virgin drink, and then I have them add white rum to it. It's so good. It's so good. I accidentally brought my cat catnip instead of catnip. Oh, cantrip, and now she's an Eldritch Blast. Oh my gosh, the Baldur's Gate's making it in its way in here. Maybe not Baldur's Gate, D&D in general. While demanding wet food only. I would be scared of that animal going forward. That would be concerning. That would be very concerning. I'm gonna make so much fun alcohol. Yeah, because you bought that smoothie machine, didn't you? Or is it just a slushy machine? Is it like a 7-Eleven slushy machine? When you into the void sometimes, it back. Oh my god, is that like... It's breaking my brain because, like, pair of eyes. Why do we have 3 eyes? Where's... These are individual animals. It's breaking my brain. It's breaking my brain. No, I understand that, but like, this is clearly one animal. That's clearly one animal's face, but because like these are hiding behind other animals, it looks wild. I'd pet that animal though. Let's be honest. I would absolutely pet that animal. Kirby has no ankles because the goddess Athena saw what became of our Achilles and sought to fashion a warrior that this time would not be plagued by a single flaw. Are we trying to pretend Kirby doesn't have flaws? Don't pretend Kirby doesn't have flaws. Kirby could suck up So much stuff, but have you ever seen Kirby get full? No. Always sucking stuff. Kirby's always hungry. Always wants more. Always needs more. Yeah, Kirby's just a fucking blob, man. A cute blob, admittedly. A very plushyable blob. The most plushy available blob around. Next to maybe like Cinnamon Roll. Dildo. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I would absolutely wear this shirt. I would 100% wear that shirt. That's like I would go to the gym in that shirt. Ash when he gets through my memes. Is it gonna be... Bitch, get this shit out of here. Bitch, get this shit out of here. I don't need snail AI art in my meme channel. Deer jokes. I'm not a fan of them. Oh my god, the puns! Okay. I will say though, it's kind of a cute little deer. That's a cute little deer. I'd fawn over him. Can we ban glow? No. I mean, we could. Technically, glow's not a mod in this channel, so we could ban glow. I need to give her the role, because technically all of my other Twitch mods are Discord mods, but all others being Lana. I don't know what he's going through, but I feel him. Oh my god, is he gonna jump, or is he just like having the cigarette? Like, is he just having the cigarette over the bridge? More deer memes to come. It's gonna be all deer memes. We have so many other jokes we could go with, but deer memes are what's gonna... That deer's got some issues. That deer's wife and kids just left him. And he's debating, is it worth it? You should smile. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is women when you tell them to smile, like, or to calm down right after something bad happened. Like, it's that don't think I won't stab you face. Right? Like it's that, girl, you'd be so cute if you smiled more, and then that is the face they make back. That is the face that is made back. Thank you for the clip. Thank you for the clip. You probably have 70, 80 years at most before you die, ideally. Oh, well, I'll make the most of it. You'll be unconscious for 1/3 of the time. That'll be your favorite part. To be fair, I'm assuming this is a joke about me not getting enough sleep, and I can accept that. That's acceptable. What is going on with Lana's profile picture up here? It stopped doing it. It was doing some weird thing. I don't know what it was doing. Saw a meme that made me remember this, but I can't send pics with forward messages. Uh-oh. 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 Millennials don't know how to do anything. Whose job was it to teach us? Whose fucking job was it to teach us? And then we just have boomers and Gen Z running away. You know, that's very true. I actually find this more to be the case with Gen Z, though. I feel like Gen Z doesn't, like, I'll hear something and I'm like, why are we fighting? Why are we fighting? So I'll hear that they don't know how to read. No, that's fine. You're okay. Glow, here's my question then. And because this is going to determine whether you should be offended by this. Can you read a clock? Do you know how? Huh? Can you read a clock? Can you read a clock? Because this is what I'm talking about. I know many younger Gen Z people who only ever has seen digital clocks. And so they don't know how to run or how to read a regular clock. And it's to the point where some schools in larger metros have removed all their traditional clocks and put digital ones up because their fucking students can't read the regular clocks. Okay? That's the kind of thing where I'm like, okay, someone should have taught them And in this case, it would have been like Gen X parents, right? Like that's kind of where it is, or younger millennials, possibly, depending on the age range, right? But yeah, I feel this image so much. Yeah, don't remove the clutch teacher. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, cursive's another example, right? Like I know so many people that were even just a handful of years younger than me that never learned to do anything other than write their name in cursive. They didn't have to learn the cursive alphabet and everything, because no one uses it a lot other than like signing. Excuse me. But that's a common one that people don't know, and it's like someone should have taught them. I do what is it? It's called like Delanian or something like that. It's a mix between print and cursive. It's some letters are cursive, some letters are print. Because it's a combination that's faster to write in than just cursive or just print. And so whenever I'm actually writing notes and stuff down, it's just what I do. It's a mixture. This fucking duck costed $200,000 of taxpayer money, and all it does is float around Canada. He's doing his fucking best, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Say you fly into Canada at like, I don't know, 2 a.m. It's pitch black. It's dark. You don't see this. You go to your hotel. You wake up in the morning and you look out your window and there's just this massive rubber duck. Basically, I would flip the fuck out. I would lose my shit. I would be so insane. Yeah. Oh God. Should I know who Emma Willman is? Is this an important person? I'm really into writing short fiction, mainly to-do lists. Oh God. To be fair, does anyone actually write to-do lists? And a better question is, if you write to-do lists, do you actually like do them? Do you actually like mark off and like mark off that you did the things, or do you just write them to get that kind of like repetition of I wrote something down, I'll remember this? Because I don't write to-do lists, and everyone I know who doesn't ever actually use them. They just write them down and then don't mark anything off. I can't even keep the shot. Yeah, I make, so the only what I do for a shopping list is I mark down what I'm missing for staple meals. So like today, I went grocery shopping, right? I already had corn, I already had rice, I already had tofu, I already had taco seasoning. So I wrote down black beans because I was missing black beans for a staple meal. That's what I do with grocery lists. So like my list today was like, it was like black beans, a handful of like my partner's like snacks they have to have that are gluten-free, and I think that was actually it. I wanted to say there was one more thing, but I think it was about it. And then after that, I just kind of go off the rails and buy what I want. But I kind of like get staple things to make meals with stuff I already have. Oh, this hits. Died in 2007. Born 2026. So everyone's freaking out. I don't know how much of this discourse you guys follow about the Steam machine coming out, or the Gabe Cube, as they're calling it, being priced like a PC and not a console. And I'm like, guys, it's a PC. I understand why they say they're going to price it like a PC. It's also like, I'm excited for it because it's very small. It's going to play the Steam library. It's coming with the Steam controller. Big deal, because it's likely that controller is going to be $100, right? If this thing comes in at like under $800, I still think it's going to be a slam dunk. And if you were to build the comparable PC right now, it's about $900. So if Steam can cut out $100 of cost with just having, their own case manufacturers, everything's custom. And when I say that, it's not actually custom, but like your GPU, CPU, all that's soldered to the board, so they're not technically buying off the part shelf. So whenever they mass run line those, they should be able to cut out hopefully that $100 and make it achievable. But everyone's freaking out thinking it's gonna be like $1,500, and I'm like, guys, calm down. Just wait for Steam to do the thing. It's not gonna be your $500 The only things you're gonna be able to replace are the SSD and the RAM. That's all you'll be able to replace on it. Which is another reason why I don't think people should be as worried that it's going to be like $1,500 of off the part shelves and stuff, because it's meant to function like a console. If your PS5 has a part break, again, the only thing you can replace in that is the SSD. It's the same kind of vibe, but people are losing their shit because it's going to be priced like a PC. Well, it's PC parts, but they're going to be discounted PC parts. My phone just auto-corrected trauma dumping to trauma dumpling. So I've painted a visual of this in case anyone would like a visual of my mental state. I'm not going to lie. That's like kind of super adorable. Like, look at that little guy. Look at that little guy. Look at that little guy. I doodle that on the side of my college notes. That's adorable. Adorable little guy. Adorable little guy. When you tried to pee, but too tired to pee, but too full to pee to sleep. You know, this is probably too much information for people, so I do apologize. But the amount of times I've like went to the bathroom and then went and laid down and fallen asleep for like 30 minutes and then woke up because I had to pee is an uncomfortable amount. Like, why are we not built to just have empty the full bladder and be able to sleep again? Like, why do we do this? It's Karen's drink 32 ounces of water before bed. That's likely what it is. But because I generally have a protein shake before bed, and then I also have some like 16 ounces of water. So it comes out to like 32 ounces of water within the last like hour before bed. But it's like, why is it not a slower digestive system there? I don't know. It's an uncomfortable amount of times. And I wouldn't normally be complaining about this, but it's cold right now. So like, I'll go from like this warm space heated room under the blanket, pillows all warm and cozy. And then I'll get up and I'm like, I have to go and it was 8 here when I went grocery shopping, Lana. It's so cold and I don't have heat. So Nope. No one showed up. So then you step onto the bathroom tile and it's like, oh God, my feet are now frozen. And then I got to whip my dick out to pee. And now that's frozen too. And it's uncomfortable. It's not nice, especially in the wintertime. Dick sock. That's called a condom and it doesn't have a way to pee out of it. It's kind of the point. Yeah, I have I'm about to say I have condoms on my feet. No, I have socks on my feet when I do it, but like socks are thin. I need to just wear thicker socks to bed. Now I'm imagining like when you're in a hospital, you know, those like little booties they have, like the little boots for your feet in hospitals, and I'm just imagining those being out of like rubber now. And it's immensely funny to me. Echo. Hola. Du hast mich. Wow, a Rammstein. I guess it is Lana. I guess that makes sense. A Rammstein reference in 2025 is insane. That is crazy. You don't get it? Oh, it's a song. It's an old song now. I will make all the Rammstein jokes I want. Okay. All right. It's not, bitch. Are you kidding me right now? When did Du hast come? 1997. Shut your whore ass up. It is an old song. It is literally 18 years old. No, that's not even right. It's 28 years old? Yeah, 27 years old. Like, it's a super old song. The song is older than Glow, Lana. Like, it's an old song. Because Glow's obviously a hag, which means she's old. Thus, if the song's older than her, it has to be an old song. I'm erect. Yeah. Glow is a young hag, yeah. Well, in the VTuber community, anyone over, what is it, 22? I think 22. After that, you're a hag. When you get Valve's Steam Machine and find out it actually runs on electricity. Oh my god, that's such a cute hat. I'd wear that hat. That's like a I'm too pretentious to be at the pool hall kind of hat, and I'd totally wear that. I was steampunk for one Halloween. Did I tell you guys when I went? I do like steampunk. I like it. Okay, let me be very clear. I don't like steampunk aesthetics from like a. I like the clothing steampunk aesthetics. I don't like actual steampunk looking stuff very much though. Like if you're to be like, man, check out my steampunk themed dresser, I'm probably not gonna like that. But I do like steampunk styled clothes. I went as a hobo for Halloween one year. I feel like I've told this story on stream before, but I was like, I don't know, 13, 14, and I thought I was too cool to go trick-or-treating, you know? But my brother needed to go, and it was like 2.5, 3 feet of snow, and he was like 2.5 to 3 feet tall. So my dad was like, you have to go trick-or-treating with him. You got to take him trick. I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. I don't have a costume, though. You're going to have to get me a costume. And he was like, you're going to go as a hobo. And he literally gave me like his old jean jacket that he used to work on, like changing oil and fixing the car with. So it had like, excuse me, had like oil and grease stains all over it. And he gave me like a trash bag for a belt. I don't know if you guys ever knew this tech. You just wrap a trash bag around your waist like a belt to hold up these like really old grungy laundry day pants that my mom had. And it was a whole ensemble of just like, you're gonna be a hobo. And it worked. People loved it. People thought it was fun. Have fun, Kosa. Yeah, Victorian state. Yeah, I mean, I love me some Bloodborne. I'm dedicating myself to fitness this fall. Fitting this whole deer in my freezer. Oh, deer chili is so good. Oh, deer jerky. Oh. It's that time of year. That time of year. I am both dumber and smarter than you think. Do not estimate me. Okay, so I don't know why this deer's so cute, but it is. It's adorable. It's adorable. But is this like a self? Is this a self burn glow? Like you don't want to be estimated? Evolution of the trash icon. Okay, hold on. It's the evolution of the recycle bin, not the trash icon. It's never been called the trash icon. It's always been called the recycle bin since 1995, Windows 95 or whatever. Like, it's always been called the recycle bin. You must always rename it then, because anytime you install Windows, it's always called the recycle bin. That's why there's this fat ass recycle button on it. Oh. I mean, Glow's out here recycling deer memes, so like, who's actually the worst here? You just don't respect Microsoft. Okay, so the first one is one of my favorites. I really do like the first one. And the only reason I say that is whenever 98 updated it, I was like, oh, this is so weird. It's too clean, which sounds stupid. But I was on like a 400 by like 280p monitor or something like that. And this looked like oddly crisp. It looked way too crisp to be healthy. The 2000 one, which was the XP one, or no, 2001 was the XP one. Never really cared for it. Reminds me of like a laundry bin. 2006, I never even saw. Is that Windows 7 or Windows 8? I don't think I ever saw the 2006 one. I think maybe I was on Mac. You guys can't see it. I'll move. So the meme is that it's not even the trash icon. It's Copilot's the trash now. That's the meme. I got invested super hard into the changes of the bin, but it's not even that it's not the recycle bin. It's that it's fucking Copilot is trash. AI slop. That's the meme, chat. That's the meme. Okay. Woke up home alone. I actually had this happen to me like a month and a half ago. There was a deer in my basement. There's a deer in my house. I'm scared it won't go outside and is eating my dog's food. Why would you ever want to leave this magical woodland friend? I love how this picture is obviously taken by someone who's hiding behind the couch. Yeah, you like see their arm or whatever it is. Oh. Wait, we need that story? What? The story about I had a deer in my basement? So my basement door doesn't like lock the best. It doesn't like seal the best. Like it shuts, it closes, it latches, but the locks and stuff don't work. And when it gets super windy, sometimes we'll come home and it's just blown a little bit open. And it had been really windy, it had been raining, and so I went downstairs before work to go get like my meal out of the fridge down there, out of the freezer, like my meal prep for the day. And I went down there and there was just a deer's head. That sounds worse than it is. This thing was not dead. It wasn't like a decapitated head, but like the deer was laying its body outside and its head was just laying inside. And it just looked at me whenever I came down there, and it just stood up, ran into my washer, and then turned around and ran back outside. So like, it's not super deep. It's just my door didn't seal very well. So we ended up with the deer. We have deer in our yard all the time though. I've taken pictures before. Yeah, so like the washer is literally directly across from where the door is. So it like stood up, got spooked, and just charged right into my washer. The thing had like a 3-foot, 5-foot lead up. It didn't get hurt from it, but it immediately turned around and ran the other way, thankfully. We've had moles come in my basement that way before too. I've had moles come in that way before too. Surprisingly, with how many squirrels are in our area, no squirrel has ever done that. I really need to just like change the deadbolt out on it so we can properly lock it. So yeah, if you're in my area, chat, and you want to come break into my house, it's the basement. That's your attempt in. That said, we do have a deadbolt on the door that leads into the basement that we lock. So like you can't get out of our basement into our house, but you could fuck up our laundry system if you wanted, I guess. Shout out to Small Girl with Big Hammer. Yes! Gotta be my favorite character. Yes. Chat, you want to see my Small Girl with Big Hammer? This is probably my biggest hear me out, and it's mainly because it's adorably evil. Would be not even Big Hammer, I guess. She has Big Axe. It's Small Girl Big Weapon. Is the okay. Boom, right there. Rory Mercury, Small Girl Big Axe. Boom. I love the aesthetic. I love how evil she is. She's like a death god who's like 906 or some shit. It's great. It's great. Rory Mercury is fantastic. Show is Gate for anyone who has not seen it. Highly recommend it. It's getting a new season. Yeah, it's just called Gate. G''A''T''E. I don't know why I said apostrophe. That's not the right thing. What is it? A period? Period. Yeah. Gate. It's a anime about so a portal to another world opens up in Japan, and Japan sends its military into this other world, which is a fantasy world. And you know, there's dragons and gods of death and stuff. So like people could call it isekai slop, but it's like not really. They still have access to their world. It's like, it's not someone getting reincarnated or anything like that. It's like literally just, it is Japan invades another planet, basically, the anime. And it's great. It's a really good watch. Highly recommend it. In this house, we believe hot dogs are sandwiches. Hot dogs are sandwiches. I can't get behind the sentence though. Sharks are cool as hell. Sharks are cool as hell. We stand Gargura here. We love some sharks. The woods hide a terrible secret. Okay, debatable. Woods hide woodland creatures. They could be secrets. Tinfoil prevents mind control. That's an okay boomer moment, but we'll go with it. The moon should be destroyed. Already happened. Piccolo took it out years ago. That's a fake one up there. It's just a wheel of cheese. We've already established this is canon. And the undead will one day rise again. Okay, well, people are religious. I guess Jesus happened. Oh, I hate the moon. We love the moon. We love the moon. It was just destroyed to stop, little kids from turning into giant apes. That feels racist. It's not. It's an anime reference. Argumate. Does that mean argument in like French or something? I like big butts that I cannot lie. My other brother also liked big butts and cannot tell the truth. How will you escape our dungeon? I guess have a bigger butt. Yeah, have a big butt. Do your squats, chat. Do your squats. Do your hip thrusts. Get that booty you've always desired. Tool expectations. I can't make you do squats. Okay, we'll see what happens when you go live next. Tool expectations. Please come loose. I hope it comes loose. I wasn't asking. Yeah, the extra like leverage you get from having the extra length here. I'm turning off my notifications. Oh my word. I should have listened. It can't be tight if it's a liquid. You ever have a joke that just comes across your brain that you shouldn't make? You just know you shouldn't make. Yeah. I'm just saying, the more wet it is, the more slippery it becomes, thus the less tight it appears. So, in theory, the more liquid does equal less tight. Anyways. We're going to move on from that. Finally, a way to describe my Discord. I'm going to need you to let me like left align the images and then right align the increase or something, because you're not functioning for me. You're making it hard. Finally, a way to describe my sexuality. Automatically changes direction when touched. So true, chat. So true. Listen, I ain't gay. I'm a very straight person. That said, when it's really cold out, your hand just grazes the cashier's hand when you're handing them your $20 bill, It doesn't matter if they're a guy. It doesn't matter if they're a girl. You just crave the human touch. Something when noodles get wet. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, they couldn't spoiler this. Oh, we got all sorts of. We'll go through these. This is the end. So we'll go through the final one here. We'll go in order so we can right aligning it. Yeah. Why did that get so big? Oh, okay. I clicked it apparently. Big burger, mini burger, big soda. Mini soda. My brain said little soda and that wasn't right. Mini soda. Because you touched hands. Yeah, I know it was very lewd. We touched hands, unfortunately. Some think Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man. Some think it's Andrew Garfield. I don't think anyone thinks that. I don't think a single person has ever said Andrew Garfield is the best Spider-Man. But deep down, we all know. All three are morons who got bitten by a potentially extremely venomous spider and decided to sleep it off instead of going to the hospital. Listen. They're in New York City. Okay? They can't afford to go to the hospital. Okay? They can afford like a pizza and beer a week, and that's about it. I had the worst dream last night. I was violated by the ghost of Gloria Gaynor. I don't know who that is. Really? I was afraid, then I was petrified. I don't know who that is. Is that like a famous person I should know? Me watching YouTube video. But before we continue, I want to tell you about my new sponsor. Skip ahead 10 seconds. Yeah. So we don't skip the ads on this channel. If we ever watch anything and we react to anything, we watch the ads because we're getting their content for free. I say free. I have YouTube Premium, so we skip YouTube's ads. So I'm gonna watch their sponsorships. Let them make their bag because we're watching their content. So let them make their bag. Back in my day, I could walk into a store with 25 USD and walk out with 6 porterhouse steaks, 2 chickens, a case of beer, 5 bottles of wine, 2 loaves of bread, and a gallon of milk. Can't do that today. Too many fucking cameras. Chat, are you guys thieves? Do you guys? Yeah, so Glow, there will be a section that it literally will say most skipped over. And in almost every YouTube video, it's the sponsor read. So, not all sponsors, but some will actually go through, and if a creator too often has that being the most skipped section of their thing, they'll stop working with that creator and go to others that don't. And it varies by, so advertisements and sponsors vary by like what you actually create. So like, you know, a person who does like tech stuff is most likely to get tech sponsors. And so they don't care about the ad skip as much in that sector because at the end of the day, there's affiliate links and they go, okay, as long as people are using your code and they're buying off your code, we know that even if they're not watching your ad read, they at least heard it or they checked your link. And so we're going to keep working with you. But like a fitness influencer who might have an ad for like some brand of, you know, new product of dumbbell or something. Most people aren't going out and clicking affiliate links for stuff like that. It's like in the store kind of thing. And so they want you to see their ads so that you know about their new product. Those companies will stop working with people, and that's the most skipped section. So it's a little thing. If we're gonna react to something, we're gonna watch their sponsorship. That way we're not negatively impacting them for watching it on stream. Again, I don't do reacts very often, so it's generally not a huge deal, like for my content, but in general, if we do that, but if we do that, we'll watch their sponsor reads. You didn't answer my question though. Chat, do we steal? What's going on with that? Are we thieves here? What? I know I play a rogue in Baldur's Gate, but I'm not a thief, so I'm gonna need you to make sure you don't go in there and steal all this stuff. The time I was at Walmart, I saw someone drinking Tide though. I wasn't sure how to count that. Like, they were before their time. They didn't have the Hot Pocket version of Tide Pods yet, so they had to get out their little cup and milliliter drink it. Oh my gosh, I steal people's hearts. I always feel bad that I've had people tell me not to recommend you a few certain things, Glow, because of like trigger warnings, and I've respected that comment and I understand that comment, but there's some times that I'm just like, man, the recommendations would go hard. But yes, you steal people's hearts. We'll go with that. Facts. When your alarm hasn't gone off, but the amount of sleep you're getting is suspicious. This was me like a month ago. And then when I looked over, it was like 2 a.m. And I was even more upset. Because I was like, you know how, I don't know if you guys have this, where you're like semi-awake, you're like semi-conscious, like you'll sit there and your brain's just actively thinking when you should be sleeping, and you've already been to sleep, right? But you like kind of wake up and you're thinking about stuff. Maybe you have a song stuck in your head, and then after like, I don't know, what feels like 30 minutes to an hour of like that, you're like, oh my god, I've been awake this whole time and not heard an alarm. Have I just been ignoring my alarm this whole time? And you wake up and you look and it's like fucking 2 a.m. instead of like, 5 a.m. and you're like, what the fuck, body? What are you doing? I think that's like 10 alarms. I used to be okay. So I have the iPhone 17 Pro Max now. I had the 10 before that, and the 10, and then I had the 13. And so the new iPhones, and I believe it started with like the 15, have really good speakers in them now. And what I mean by that is the iPhone's alarm used to wake you up so well because it sucked so bad that it was extremely annoying. Right? And so I was able to only set like one alarm and be okay. This new one, the speaker is so good in it that I don't even notice the alarm is going off because it just sounds like background ASMR when it's going off. I don't even register it as a fucking alarm. So now I've been setting the online... No, I've changed the sound. It's all of them, like, they all sound very... wide is probably the best way to describe it. They feel like they're in the background, not they're like a blaring alarm in front of you. Like, I don't know if this will pick up. Let's see. Let's set... So, like, everyone has heard the standard iPhone alarm. Can I just set one for like 5 seconds? I think I can. Yeah. So this is the current one. That's full volume. It's like... It's very, like, spread out and quiet. That right there, that's the alarm that's normally, like, the one you hear when you think of the iPhone. But on the new one, it's not annoying anymore. Yeah, so, like, I don't know. I don't know. So I've been setting the PC one, like the online alarm thing, and I literally have it in my computer room, and I have it, I crank my monitors up, and it wakes me up from my bedroom. Because of how fucking loud and obnoxious it is. I have two traditional alarm clocks that both have 2 alarms set on them. I don't wake up to them. I just, whenever I'll get a new alarm clock and I'll wake up to it for like a month or 2. And then I just stop waking up to it. My body just goes, hey, that's just background noise, yo. It doesn't get me up. It doesn't get me up. I am a very heavy sleeper. I am a very heavy sleeper. When you realize you've been reading with your eyes, but not your brain for the last 3 pages. Do you guys have that issue? Do you guys have that issue where you like, you'll be, I guess, skimming paragraphs, something like that, but not retaining anything? I don't really have that problem. I pretty actively read with my brain. I have a pretty heavy internal monologue when I'm reading. Like if I read a tweet from a creator, right? If I read like if Glow posts a tweet and I read that, 100% of the time my brain reads that in Glow's voice. Right? Like it just does that. My brain just does that. If it's something that doesn't have any traditional voiceover, it's just like a standard Ash narration in my brain. And it gets really weird when I reread stuff. So like, I know it has kind of a negative connotation in today's environment, but like Harry Potter's a really good example where I was reading them before I ever saw the movies. But then once you saw the movies and you go back to read them, you start reading them in like Daniel Radcliffe's voice and Emma Watson's voice and stuff like that. Like my brain will take whatever dub version I've heard of something and input it into the reading text when I read through stuff. So that's why I don't watch. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. And that's fair. Completely natural. But yeah, it just does. I love this anime, by the way. Anyone who's not seen this, it's Horimiya. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic little romance show. It's more of a rom-com, really, but Horimiya, I believe. Hold on. We can Google it. Yeah. Horimiya. I got it. Cool. Yeah, it's really good. It's that's about okay. We'll do the meme first. Chat. when it's finally your turn to be an adult and some of the economy is getting worse. So I didn't experience this. I'm sure. No, it's not shonen. It's just a rom-com, really. Like, or I think it's closer to romance than the comedy aspects, but it's like, it's a high school anime, but it's not like a more too dense to notice things high school anime. You haven't experienced this? So I was about to say Lana may have experienced this. I want to be very clear when I say didn't experience this. I have went through a time multiple times now where the economy went to shit. And in one of those situations, I was very fortunate in the fact that I was still living at home. I was going to college. I had a job and made money, but I didn't have a lot of overhead and expenses. And by the time I was looking to go get those overhead and expensive, the economy kind of started getting better, right? So I didn't have to like deal with that. The other one being COVID, where I've mentioned it before to people in the Discord especially, but I've mentioned it on stream before. I am fortunate enough to have a really good company I work for. So when COVID hit, we didn't have to go into work, but for the first month we got our entire pay. It was fully paid. And then after that, they paid us 60% of our wages. Plus we could file for partial unemployment. So my living didn't really change. Like where most people were like losing their jobs and going through it. Cause even my mom, she was a manager at, it's a place called World Market. They import like goods from all over other countries, foreign countries, and then they sell them back. It's a market, right? It's a world market. They have like worldly goods, right? Like she was a manager at one of those at the time and she got laid off and stuff like that, you know? But like I was relatively unaffected. So I got really fortunate both times. Yeah. So my COVID hit and literally they pulled everyone into the room. Like whenever it went out that it was negatively affecting older generations because we have a lot of older people who work there and a lot of the younger people live with older folks. And at the time we had moved back I had moved out to Oklahoma for a few years for my partner's job and we'd moved back to my home state at the time. And so we were staying with my parents at the time. So like anyone who lived with anyone, I think they said over 60, they were allowed to take 6 weeks off, and we did. Because it was at the time, I don't know if it's still the same, but at the time they were like, it's proportionately affecting older families significantly worse. So if you're staying with someone who's older, we would rather not have you here and risk catching it and, killing your older family members was basically kind of the sentiment. It's because the owner of the company, like the guy who runs it, he's like 70 something. And he was like, I wouldn't want my kids bringing something home because their job are assholes about it. So I'm not going to make you take stuff home because your job's an asshole about it. So that was fortunate. I have no hope of buying a hope. Yeah, it's rough out there right now. I got fortunate. We bought our house in COVID at it's like 2.7% interest. It was literally the lowest it had ever gone. And it was about 6 months before housing prices started fucking skyrocketing. So I got into my home at a very, very good time. I was very fortunate. So yeah, I wish Lana could just work in the city for like a year and just pay their house off entirely, but it's not reasonable. It'd be really nice to get that overhead away. But that is the end of the memes, guys. That's all we have for memes. That's all we have for memes. Not a super long stream today, I know, but that was we're gonna snooze ads. We're not gonna have ads. My trans kid states highly held around. Yeah, it's a rough place for you. I think you just kind of got the shit end of the deal in general on it, because it's like you have a not white partner, you have a trans kid, and you're in a place that hates both of those things. Like, it's not great. It's not great. Yeah, house gets egged. Yeah, pretty much. So hopefully things turn around. And let's not forget, RAM prices are now $900 for 32 gigs. So anyone in hopes of buying a PC anytime soon right now, it's very, very, very unfortunate. Hey, Coquette, we just finished the meme review. You just missed it. If you're not yet, anyone who's not, !Discord. We'll give you a link to join Discord, and you can put in for our monthly meme review. The last Sunday of every month is when we're going to do this. So, like next month, I think I said it's like the 27th. Only if you want, it's kind of something. Yeah, RAM prices. So OpenAI bought out a contract. They get 60% of the commercial RAM allocated to them for the next year. They have a 1-year contract. So 60% of all RAM being produced is allocated to OpenAI in basically building AI server farms. Yeah, so your best bet for anyone like actually looking at the moment, and if you can, try to look local, look used. RAM generally holds up really well as long as it's not like a previous gen. So like if you're looking for DDR5 and you find DDR5, you're probably okay. If you're someone who's looking for like used DDR4 at this point, that's a bit more of a crapshoot because, you know, that the sticks are likely 10 plus years old at this point. Maybe not the best bet, but DDR5's only been around like in mass use for about 4 years now. You had some Intel rigs that got it earlier than that, but for the most part, it's been on major rigs since like 2021, give or take. So you can probably find better deals in the used market, especially if they're not paying attention. Like Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, that kind of things, going to like secondhand thrift stores that may have had stuff like that donated. Mom and pop computer stores may still, but like your Best Buys and your Microsoft, they're going to have the newer updated price. They're paying attention. But like if you have any like local shops that may not be, you know, on the up and up about it, you may be able to find some good prices on DDR5 still that way. Yeah, so do I, Lana, but all mine are DDR4, DDR3. I don't have a single DDR5 system right now. So whenever I do upgrade, which I was going to do in May, like I was planning on building a new PC in May. Whenever I do that, I'm going to have to get DDR5 for the first time. And I was looking at 64 gigs, which when I looked was going to run me $1,300. So that's not great. That's less than I spent on my entire PC that I currently use. So that's not great. I will say if the Steam Machine can come out at like, as I said earlier, $800 or less, it has 16 gigs of RAM. That's $400 of that already. So we'll see. We'll see where we're at. Let's find someone to raid out to. That's all we had for today. We were just doing a meme review today. I'm going to be honest. I don't even know what DDR stands for. Lana, do you know what DDR stands for? It's been so long. I don't even know what does DDR stand for? Devil data rate. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Devil data rate. Yeah, it's just a thing. It's a thing. It's RAMs, you know, that's just what they call it. It's just DDR. Dance Dance Revolution was the shit. I used to have one of those metal boards, but that was for like the PS3. And it used their like proprietary fucking micro USB connector or whatever, and so whenever that port broke, and I can't use it anymore. I could probably mod it for USB-C though. So let's find someone to raid out to, guys. Let's find someone to raid out to. See if anyone's doing something. Right before I go, I guess. Hold on. Actually, I'm gonna steal you guys for like a couple more minutes. So let's see if this is broken or not. All right, you should have it back now. You guys back? It didn't seem to be working. I've not set up the sources yet. Starting tomorrow, we'll have a new overlay though. I'll be setting that up this evening, and it's a Silksong themed overlay while we play through Silksong. So that'll be fun. That'll be great. And we do Minecraft tomorrow. Minecraft Wednesday, and then we start Silksong Thursday. I think is kind of the plan at the moment. Yeah, so I'm gonna make Lana. I'm gonna get a hold of Lana tomorrow night, and they're gonna drag me in. They're gonna give me a world tour, and then I'm gonna get yeeted across the world, and we're basically gonna try to survive and find our way back to society. That's kind of the plan. So, but anyways, let's find someone to raid out to. Let's see who is live. Ken is live doing another Crab's Treasure. Una's playing Chrono Trigger. Oh, that's tempting. Anyone else doing anything? Tide Ratman's doing Core Keeper. Ramen Chan's doing Risk of Rain 2. Oh, we got Hades 2 here. Hades 2 is on my list. Hades is on my list. I haven't played that yet either. I think we're gonna go with our true love and joy and roots, and I think we're gonna raid out to Una. We're gonna raid the Oshi, and she's playing Chrono Trigger. We love Una. Go tell the eels hi for me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night for Minecraft. Bye. Have fun. Thanks for hanging out with me and review. Bye.